We're kind of so back, huh? Um, light. Let me just light. You don't matter. This light matters. Whatever, man. Maybe this light doesn't matter. Does that light matter? I don't think so. All right, and let's get some soundscape going. Just for me. You have a life, you swear? Prove it. Prove it. I'm calling your bluff. How'd the Valentine's Day gift go over? That would be proof. You're not even on Twitch so much. I swear. I swear. I just need to adjust my volume here. Yeah, who knew? It was pretty she was very happy, of course. The present was straight Riz, but we knew that. Yeah, who knew? The doctor's appointment didn't take very long. I don't know. I knew I had to have my finger scanned. It's like for my climbing injury. My finger is a little bit whack. But turns out it was a pretty quick thing. Man, it's so hard to draw faces at an angle. Because then it's like you have to hit that 90-degree angle so good. And I never do. Well, you have to hit it so well. Superman hits it good. There you go. You wonder how it feels to see a painting of yourself? You've never done a self portrait? Yeah, sometimes it just kind of works out, huh? Yeah, no, for sure. But you've never had anybody draw you? Discover with Hazi. How you doing? Hello, hello, hello. In art school, you sometimes did quick sketches of each other. Oh, but a painting, you think a painting's different? Killer with the baby face. Whatever, man. I don't know what you're saying. Okay, so this one actually, this is an expression that has more open eyes, so that's going to make it a bit tricky. We're still aiming for the same general eye proportion, four eyeballs across, rather than the standard five. This is the same character as over here because it's the same it's the same person in the reference. Nice works. You're also drawing arts. Awesome. Probably a little bit too much top ahead on this one. So let me think. What is this expression? This expression is it's kind of like curiosity. She's investigating something happening over here. Who is this? Zombie Chips 2? What are we even saying, Sukor? Also, hello, hi, welcome back. What does that mean? Zombie chips. You can't just that moment when the dictionary defines its own words with the same words. Nice little dot moment. I wish all the bots had the same name so that you could so that they would show up in my chatter stats. That would be fun. See if they if they'd make it to the leaderboard. Imagine getting message mocked by a clanker. That's a good language. See, English is amazing. You can do all sorts of shit with English. I'm just I'm practicing a more defined style because I feel like I'm wildly waving to and fro with my style. So now we define some proportions that we're drawing from. And so I'm just applying those new stylized proportions to some Pinterest refs. It's not that character from Deadlock. It's literally just whoever showed up on Pinterest, but filtered through this new style I'm trying to define. Yeah, I don't know who we're thinking of. Madame Geist? Is it kind of giving Madame Geist? Is that her name? Okay, interesting. Sorry about the disconnect there. That is her name, right? Madame Geist? Maybe that could be a little bit of those vibes. Okay. Give me a second. Cool, and we're back. I looked at some Deadlock guides yesterday. I kind of the more I research, we should be back. I'm back. Seems like you're back. Sorry about that. I don't know. We had some disconnects yesterday too. I don't know what's going on. What's this tiny desk? I didn't cue this one. There you go. France scored. Oh man. You score in curling? Ice hockey. That makes sense. That makes sense. Don't believe that. That looks a bit better. What? No, the US doesn't win ice hockey. Do they? Huh. Yeah, I would say Canada for sure. And then honestly, I thought like Finland would be good too. But I would have assumed that it would be like a stop from Canada most years. Is there basketball at the Olympics? Right, but Germany is probably pretty shit, right? They're winning against France. Yeah, but France is probably shit too. Hey, hey, Buster. Denmark's definitely shit. Did they compete? Doesn't everyone? I don't know how it works. I mean, sure, but that doesn't really get us anywhere. If you pitch shit against shit, still shit's gonna win. One of them. So we haven't learned anything definite yet. I don't know ice hockey, man. I don't know ice hockey at all. For some reason, I have this idea that Canada's really good at it, and then everyone else is kind of trash. Just getting rid of all my guidelines here. I really do have to draw a million guidelines every time I want to do a face, though. Well, at least for now. And then I think it's good that when we're doing like, I did that with this one too. When you do faces that you invest a little bit more time into, it can be like a nice little thing to include hints at some of the geometry that makes up the face. It's like a stylistic thing, of course, but like you can just, there's this sort of pad under the tear trough, right? That where the nose kind of like transitions into the rest of the face. And sometimes it could be nice to hint at that, just draw it out a little bit. It can be stuff like just drawing in, I don't know, the corner of the nose here, or the corner of the eye, just to show that there's like all this space where there's no lines on this face. There's still geometry there. Something is going on. I just haven't drawn all of it. Sometimes I think that's nice to show. And if you're just like sparing with it, it can be quite appealing too, I think. What's my favorite face? What do you mean? You start. You start. What does that mean? I'm gonna go with my own. No, just making conversation. Well, but you're not. What's the conversation you're making? I'm asking you. What does that mean? Favorite face. You're drawn to interesting faces, like a Willem Dafoe kind of guy. He has a great visage. I don't know. I think I like a lot of like very standard faces, like standardly. But I don't know. It's nice if it has features. I like faces to have features. I feel like sometimes Riot splash art faces don't really have features. It's just like, okay, so what's the beauty standard again? Okay, cool. Let's do that. Of course, Arcane is a little different, right? But so I do draw a lot of like youthful feminine faces, but I would like them to also still have some character. David Dastmalchian has a very unique face. Okay. Shyamala? Timucha Shamlamlam? He has a pretty unique face too. That's David Dastmalchian, huh? He does have a unique face. Mm-hmm. Josh Brolin. That's a good face. And then we return to the reference because I think I might have lost some essence here. Cool. Let's do another one. Okay. Okay. Now is he stupid or brave? I'm back. I am back. Doctor's appointment was pretty quick. Hello, Lucio. Lucio SGF. My art is so pretty. Thank you so much. Close, close. Am I a professional artist then? Yeah, it's in the title. If it's online, then it's correct, right? I do illustration for video games. Oh, no worries. No worries. It is such a dream job. I will also say that it's quite new for me. It's quite recent that I've been able to get professional work. Um, I went to art school for a while, studying 3D, and then more recently, well, no, and then all the while, I was really practicing illustration. You do see Squirrel Girl in the character ref sheet. It is also one of my favorite artists. The reference you spotted. I keep typing it out, or writing it out, Viamu, because I have no idea how I should actually be saying it. Yeah, I applied just on someone's website through like a contact form for an internship. And then after the internship, um, I got some more work from that company. So I'm the type of guy who would want a little bit more chin in this drawing. Um, I'm more just practicing a specific stylization. It's not really a specific character, but I'm trying to practice a specific set of proportions to make my style more defined. I'm trying to practice a specific set of decisions, really. This nose has been working out for me so far, so I think that's definitely one of the that goes in the roster of noses that I can draw on my characters. Well, I don't necessarily think I am. Not always, at least. And Manish music is back too. Hey man, we're gonna change the lighting setup real quick. Give me a second. Was getting some harsh light on my screen. I think this is exactly the type of pose where it's good if we can show that the eyelid has a thickness to it. But yeah, I feel like there's no reason not to try the same haircut if we can. Still making the B dude face? Well, I thought I'd try it now that we've updated our strategy a little bit. Well, the B dude was a B lady. That's just what I was commenting on. But I think we are doing better today. Cool. And I decided you have like a trailing here on the side. Okay. Now, if we want to make it look more like the character to the side, we want a wider mouth. We want softer lips here, very sharp corners on the lips on the current drawing. And then we want to match the makeup, of course. Okay. And then maybe we'd want to go a little bit softer here on the chin. Other than that, I think that's kind of, yeah. You draw Krona from Soul Eater. Also, you are a bit too tall. We just redefined that you're not supposed to be that tall. Krona from Soul Eater. And why do I not remember who Krona is? It's you. I don't remember this character very well. Do they show up like later in the anime? Yes. Okay. That might be why I don't remember that character very well. And then we completely changed the brows, which doesn't make sense if I'm drawing the character to the side there. I'm trying to draw bigger these days as well. Something that I've noticed that I dislike about my art is it most of my pieces look like small cruddy drawings, and they look like they're drawn small because the line work is so thick in most of my drawings. Um, so these days I'm trying to draw with thinner lines because it looks more elegant. It also just makes the drawings look like they were drawn bigger, and it allows you to make more like nuanced marks, right? Thick hair. Yeah, big shape moment in the hair here. I wonder, it still feels like there's too much forehead here. Yeah. I describe myself as as a distinguished gentleman. No, no way. Would you? You probably would, wouldn't you? No, I feel like I'm highly undistinguished. I'm definitely the guy at the dinner table that the distinguished gentlemen scoff at. King Griai, welcome back. King Griai, welcome back. What's the bit then, Alan? What's the bit that you would describe yourself as a distinguished gentleman for? Fair enough. Keep your secrets then. Is that you? That might be you. That might be the drawing. All right, cool. I mean, maybe we should do the bold shadow shapes. Cool. Next one. Next one. Distinguished gentleman knees deep in Parmesan. Distinguished gentlemen, I be in situations knee deep in Parmesan. The rhyme isn't quite there. Rhymes with Parmesan. Um, Ramadan. If I flip U as the space, does the space work out better? Slightly. One thing I'll never catch you do is rap. A matter of time. You'll break. So to base yourself to that degree, rap's cool, man. I don't know what you're doing, what you're saying. Do you know how you stop being ass at it? I have a couple ideas. Tell me, Mr. Wisdom. Well, you do it is the point. You practice. You can sing me an ode. Yeah, I can't do that yet. Ode to Jacob. See, then you rotate it like this, and then it's like everything's wrong, man. Isn't that crazy? Ode to values and shape design. That's interesting. Brow. Nose halfway. But foreshortened. And then eyes are supposed to be quite front facing. So sometimes when you tilt your head back dramatically, you get a bit of a slant to the eyes, but it's really subtle. Mostly you just want to draw them horizontal. And then just add a little bit of that slant there. What if you're a horse? Oh man, that's so true. Not being very inclusive for my horse audience. Do I feel included? Nay. Okay, okay. And then what did you say? I should start slow clapping? No further than that. So difficult to draw symmetrically, man. No further than that. Now we're following that rule. Based on the last one's fire. Aw, thank you. Which one's the last one? Oh, the previous one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you. No, no, no. Low three quarters redemption arc is not complete. It's begun is what it is. It has started. I can't just do it once. I have to be able to do it consistently. Right, that's how it works. Um, well, obviously you want to do this. Did it once, never have to do it again. Yeah, that's not the point. That's not why we did it. We did it because I know I have to do it again. Oh, wait. No. You're not symmetrical. What's up? That's decent. That looks okay. What's wrong then? You are crazy wrong. Well, and you don't have any piercings, so let's get rid of that. these brows. Just a little. This is the pose where we see, it's not the expression, but it is the pose where we see, I think, the absolute most distance between the top of the eye to the brow. Because she's looking down at us. So not only is she like showing you the bottom of her brow, but also the eye is closing and is lowering that top lid quite a bit, right? The opposite of the Kubrick stare. You hate people who call themselves cinephile, but you're a cinephile. What, people who like movies? Are you not allowed to like movies anymore these days? The left and their political correctness. You just like the movies. What's the difference, man? You'll tell me when I'm older. Let's look at that nose. I like the stylization here, but I think that's like an angle specific thing. What we could do is give a little bit more character to the marks. A little bit of asymmetry, if nothing else, just to how we stylize the features. Okay, we haven't moved all day. We need to do one of these movement breaks. Everybody do a movement break with me. You'll move when you take your jogging break. Yeah, but I mean, you're supposed to do it also throughout the day, so you're not static for long chunks of time too. Now we take some squats. I couldn't stage a proper backflip. I was like, I'll do trompe-l'oeil. I'll make it look like to your camera that I did a backflip. All right, and then like some push-ups or what. The secret is everybody kind of looks like someone who can do a backflip because a backflip isn't very hard to do physically, but it's like the mental game. It's the mental game. Grok would undress him first. Oh no. What's going on with Grok? Is it harder if you're taller? I actually don't know that one. Depends on ceiling height. You're 6'7", can you do a backflip? I would assume so, man. I really think it's just like the mental barrier. Oh my god, I didn't even notice. Holy shit. That's sick, bro. That's dope. I can't believe you're actually that tall. What a crazy height. No, I assumed, yeah. I figured. 6'4" is still not a short king, but you know that. And that's the thing. That's the best way to kill slang is just to like adopt it if you're not part of the cool kids. definitely feels like I broke the character here with the eyes. Like I broke the character sheet. Yeah, you can't draw off model. 20 days in character prison. Your art style has changed to, changed to chicken scratch lines for a week. No, not the chicken scratch. You can only do lines that are 1/10 the length of the full line that you're trying to draw challenge. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's gonna be good. That's called style. That's called drip. Steez. That's pretty good. My drawings are good. That's my art style. Like ignorant tattoo style. I do not know it. What what movie director has their signature style be just that they're good at it? According to you. Sidney Lumet. Well, then I would just say that he doesn't have a very characteristic style. Not that the style is that it's well crafted, right? I mean, maybe you would say that his movies are recognizable by being well crafted, but like through being well crafted. You'd say he's one of the best of all time. What else has he done? Yeah, I was gonna hit that Uno reverse card eventually. Got there first, post Bliss. Dog Day Afternoon. I've heard about Dog Day Afternoon. But why is that a problem? Why is that label a problem? It's arrogant? It just means you like movies, man. Okay, maybe not. Can I find it in like a dictionary? A person who's very interested in and enthusiastic about cinema as an art form and knows a lot about films. I feel like that's accurate. I really just thought it meant like film lover, but I guess people are using it like quite exclusively. They hate him. Hey, I'm just trying to learn, man. I'm just trying to expand my knowledge. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. I really thought it was. I really didn't think it was such a weighted term. I really thought it was more of like means you like the movies. Lachete, of course. I love Lachete. It was, and especially when it was like unpleasant. That moment when it was really good when, but then after, and then by the end, I was like, whoa. I feel like that's pretty good. And then by the end, I was like, whoa. But it's so fitting for like everything. That's why it's a good response. There is a big twist. Fair enough. Holy shit, I got one? No, I have no idea what he's talking about. I think that's going to be our best go with this tricky angle. Holy fuck. The double triple twist, but you can always say that, man. You can always say that after the fact. Yeah, exactly, post bliss. Now you're just coping. You care about stuff? Imagine. There we go. Yeah, make sure you get a notary public on your next use of sarcasm to confirm the instance. Oh, come on. So much AI on Pinterest, man. Actually, the big problem with this one is how I drew the braid. as well as the length of the neck probably is a problem too. Okay, so that's let's say that's you. That's like one way of drawing features. Now we focused on that one for a little while. With like this specific nose. More these sharper features. That's a way to go about it. Maybe there's something more here we could explore. With some softer features. Damn. That face is AI too. Holy shit. Come on, guys. Pinterest is so bad. Yeah, really. No, that's the thing. We have so many faces already, man. Are you feeling the shareholder value? That seems like a real person. Same angle. So really, I just want to take these features, maybe modify them a little bit, try a little bit of a variety, but more, I just want to take these features and try a different expression on them. The feature creature. Hello, hello. May I stand on chicken? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. We're just drawing faces today. Practicing some stylized proportions. I'm from Denmark, where I also currently reside. Yeah. Good man watching artists making a masterpiece at work. So you got some other tabs open, right? Who else is streaming? Kuno MD? I don't know who would be making masterpieces. Jay Seki? I know he has streamed at one point, I think. A Type C chatter has arrived. The Type C chatter has logged on. Right, and that's not a bad thing, just for the record. You're not in trouble. May I stand on chicken? It's just Type C chatters or Type C for compliments. Just practice, my guy. It's just practice. And then reference. I've got reference off to the side. That helps a lot. Is getting blue sky worth it? Who knows, man? For what purpose? To what end? Kind of stuck in the tutorial loop where you can't even draw something out of your head. I have trouble with that too, man. I guess we should do that a bit now, huh? Because now we've done this. We'll do it after this one. Because now we've done this, like taking the new proportion system and applying it to some different references. We should fuck around with some invention for a bit. See if we can keep going. I have no idea if people use Blue Sky. What does Google tell you? Blue Sky dead? No, I just have it because I thought it'd be good to be on every social media. If you click the Blue Sky link, you'll know it's a bit of a cemetery for me. Combat streamer? Nah. Have I been a combat streamer? Type D defensive. No, I'm not a combat streamer. Fuck you. Hairline is not at the top of the head. That's not how hairlines work. They start lower on the head. You remember. Well, catch me outside. How about that? How did I did the lashes the same way, huh? Look for a different strat, maybe? We can do that. This looks cool. Just like big simple shape, and then a little bit of a flourish at the end. reference down here. Is the profile picture me? It's supposed to be, right? But oh right, yeah. I had a beard back then. I keep meaning to update it. Right, minus 24 after the beard. Does work to grow back the beard. It's true. It's actually negative work because I could stop shaving. Sure, man. Sure. Type A for amazing advice for saving time. That's good. That's good. Propagandize the types. Type B for best conversational partner. Type C for can you believe how kind I am? definitely a strat, Kisla. I feel like everybody has their own sketching strategies, right? Okay, so now we have the base, and then now it's just a matter of how much do we add, like how much geometry do we hint at in the face. And I think I like a little bit more than nothing. Because like this face still works if you just do this. And definitely if you do this, it still works. But I like to show a little bit more of like there's some geometry going on here. It's not just a white void. I'll just hit you with real quick. May I stand on chicken? Like that. My best advice for drawing from your head is learn to construct basic shapes in perspective. Cubes, spheres, cones, cylinders, and then learn to combine them into like drawings. But learn how to draw like primitive shapes in space. Because then you can build things out of these shapes. Type A for, oh fuck, I need to go jogging now. Yeah, especially if you skipped out on the movement break. Now's the time to go jogging. Chris is back. What's up? What's up? Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. What's the difference between caricature and doodling? Um, Caricature is a form of portraiture, which is drawing heads. Um, that is quite stylized in a way where the style is trying to exaggerate the features of a person. It's often like comedic in nature or supposed to make you go, "Oh, that is what that person looks like." Um, right now, I'm just sketching. I'm just sketching my butt off, trying to learn something about a style that I want to commit to more in the future. Oh no, they did caricature at your office? Yeah, I never really liked caricature art. I'm just now noticing that this is kind of the face of like this is kind of the face of like Spider-Man holding the fucking halves of the boat together or whatever, keeping the tower from collapsing only through the power of her web slingers. Should a beginner artist like you niche down at the start style wise? That's actually a good question. When you start drawing, should you pick a style? Um, I feel like I know a lot of people who have done that, who have had success with that. I think it's good to try and figure out what kind of stylistic tendencies do you like and then just aim towards them. But also, I wouldn't concern myself too much with style as a beginning artist. Like it's good to have an idea of where you want to go for sure, and especially like a question like, do I want to do stylized or highly stylized, semi-realistic or realistic art? Is really good to figure out at the onset. But more than that, I would focus on fundamentals. So the stuff that we've been talking about with being able to draw your primitives. I'd start with stuff like that. Learn values, learn color, um, learn how to light a form, learn figure drawing. Figure drawing generally is useful no matter what sort of style you want to end up drawing. And you're going to have to try and handle some form of stylization anyway. Yeah, but just starting out, I'd concern myself less with style, less with style, and more with fundamentals. Um, though I think it is a good idea to just be real with yourself over the course of learning art. What do I want my art to look like? And then study in that direction. And welcome back, Kingry Eye. Um, I certainly got lost for a long time, and still kind of am lost between styles, um, which is why I'm doing this whole thing today. So I think it's good to not wander too far and wide unless you really want to wander too far and wide and try a bunch of different styles. The narrower your focus, the faster you'll improve within that focus, right? Just like this young spider lady, you're pulled in every which direction. Like that it's so definitely what that is. That face. Spider-Man keeping the boat to Spider-Woman keeping the boat together. Why bother with style if you can't? I mean, it's a valid question too. Why bother with style if you can't draw basic shapes? I know it's a rhetorical question. I think there is one reason though, and you also need to have fun while learning. Because if you want to learn art, it's like a well, it's a potentially like lifelong quest. And I think it's easy to also to just get lost in just drawing fundamental exercises and then lose the fun. Anyway, I think Spider Lady is done for now. Maybe okay, maybe this far brow. I like this face too. This combination of features. It's an evolution of this one. Less angular with the nose. Thicker brows. I don't know, something to it. You can have fun with fundamentals too. Sure, man. How though? No, you can, but it's this thing of like it can be demotivating if all you draw all day long is boxes, right? Try drawing sexy boxes. I don't know. For a guy like me, pretty difficult. Pretty difficult. Maybe if you feel some type of way about boxes already, maybe if you're an architect or something like that. I was thinking more like, I don't know, like a specific type of Redditor or whatever. I'm sure someone will be able to draw sexy boxes. Boxes that feel sexy to themselves, at any rate. That's a bit too much. Feels okay. Of course, we started a little bit extreme with the perspective for this first box. Mannequins that you're drawing based on fundamental shapes. I don't know. This is like the Drawbox take, right? So Drawbox is this online course on learning how to draw, and he wants you to draw like 500 boxes, right? But he also wants you to, while you're doing that, to spend around the same amount of time as you're spending on drawing those boxes, drawing something else that you think is fun. I think that's a super base take. Why? Because it keeps you going. It keeps you drawing those 500 boxes when it feels like this is super punishing and I'm not getting anything out of it. You're drawing something else that you think is like a nice good time to try and draw. So it's a balance. Draw some stuff you like, draw some stuff that you're drawing just to learn. Okay, I keep procrastinating the next phase because I wanted to invent it. That's why. Um, Having some learning path and routine is more important than anything else. You're probably right. That's probably why I'm screwed. Not taking any courses, just drawing faces in the void forever. I see my own flaws and work on them regularly. Yeah, maybe. Do not let them art block me. This is the one face I always draw from this angle. It's just such a good combination, like serious slash angry expression with this angle. Maybe we should do another one on the side. That's not that. Yeah, all I have in terms of learning path is mostly like I draw for a bit. I try to notice what I'm not as good at as the other things that I do. And then I try to, focus in on that, hone in on that for a while. Okay, let's vary up the way that we're standing by sitting. So what I do is a bit of like trial and error. Try to draw something, realize what I struggle with, and then targetedly I try to draw that for a bunch. I do some studies of that thing, whatever it is, in real life. I do some studies of that thing, whatever it is, in artists that I admire, and then hopefully, we improve. do the, okay, that's height of the brows. Okay. So what is wrong with that nose? Well, it's a little high for one. I think probably also it was too pointed. Yeah, someone's at the door. But I'm not expecting anybody. Yeah, style is a lot about your preferences, for sure. I still think that nose is too downturned. Maybe even still. Yeah, that feels better. To me, that feels better to me. In my experience, the nose only ever really overlaps the mouth if you're like really super foreshortened. Anything short of like an extreme up angle, you won't see that happening. Yeah. So I feel like this mouth might need to move a little bit this way. Luckily, I have plenty of reference for this angle, so when we're done with my attempt, we can look at that and we can should be able to make some corrections. Is there a chance you might be able to get the reference file? Oh, that's probably not gonna happen, honestly. um, I mean, that might be a good service. I don't know. I don't want to. For right now, I honestly don't want to bother super much. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I also don't know. I mean, yeah, I guess what do I have in here? I have a bunch of faces in random angles. I need to make sure I can share this shit first. Like, there's nothing that's there's not gonna be anything NDA in this file, but you know. I mean, it's just like a junk reference file. I mean, you can have it. You can have it. We can do that. It's gonna take 5 minutes at the end of the stream. Tasteful self-reference nudes. Yeah, any of that. Hope none of those are in here, man. Not me, not me, not me. Not me. Oh look, there is some of me. Not nude though. Fortunately. Unfortunately. Let's but do that later. Right now I wanna work on this one face here. Actually, what's up? May I stand on chicken? Oh, you saw that on the ref, right? Well, this reference is my it's from when I was doing faces daily for warm-ups last time, which was also when I was doing emotes for the channel, for the Twitch channel. So over on Twitch now, we have like an emote that uses the mascot here, who I'm just now noticing is not in frame. I have this guy. This guy. He's on all the channel emotes on the Twitch channel. Yeah, so this was when I was making those emotes. Looks sick. Thanks. Thanks. Okay. And then I'll be honest, from here, any changes that I would make would really just be guesswork. I mean, we can put in like the hairline and shit. That's not really what I was talking about. Kerhab, thanks for following. What's up? What's up? What's up? What did I want to do? Right, I wanted to now grab you, put you like to the side, and then do a couple of corrections based on reference. So this was invented. That went all right, I'd say. I did do chroma core at one point. That was fun. I like that. That's you. This Kerhab is May I Stand on Chicken? Fair enough. So first of all, before I even look at reference, you need some more back of the head. I've done chroma core a couple times. I guess last year I didn't do like a full chroma core. I've only ever done a full completion once, like the full lap. something's off. Something's off. What did we do? Maybe we made this too tall. And you're not going down far enough. You really want to do that one day too? It's fun. It's fun. I mean, if you have time in the summer, you can jump on the next one. I never really got to use it very much as like a hangout space, Chroma Core, because the time is a bit weird. Like it's mainly like an American. I feel like the biggest chroma corping, biggest chroma coring happens in like time slots that are like practical for Americans. Might need to put in some more work before then. I mean, sure, if you feel that would add value to the experience, I feel like you can do that at any time. And then next time you'll be better at it. And then a cool thing you can do is make every day like a little like learning challenge. So if it's an environment prop, maybe find like a quick environment tutorial or something from an artist you admire. Study up, learn up, and then apply it that same day. All right, and then you have this. You have, and how do I draw that from this angle? I think maybe I just do like double-sided. Okay, corrections. You hate to admit it? No need. I'm right quite often. You should get used to admitting it. You might want to do something like that. But I feel like that's stylization and taste. I'm gonna do it anyway. But gotta keep the balance. Gotta keep your streamer. Gotta keep your streamer like off his, like on his back foot. Never let him know your next move. Gotta try and make him feel bad about himself. Like just the right amount, right? Because suffering makes for good content. Oh, he's egoing up. He's making jokes about being the goat. Okay, let's hit him with a jab. Like turn-based combat. Yeah. Get it twisted. Treat your streamer like a JRPG. And if you do that, you could do it on the other side too. And then you could lower the fucking hairline a little bit more. I'm aware that this overlap also is like quite nonsensical. Like the same way that you almost never see the nose overlapping the mouth, you almost never see the corner of the mouth overlapping the chin downwards. But that's just like a stylization that I like. So therefore, we're doing that. Even though it doesn't really make like a ton of sense. I think that's an okay go at a tricky angle. Some one thing we might want to do, and this is a might, is just raise these eyes a little bit more. I think that works. You like the lip adds a lot of character. Yeah, that's kind of that's exactly how I feel about it. Like you could tuck it, right? And that works too. That works too. It is probably a bit aggressive on this other one, actually. Looking at my mirror. Yeah. Probably we're more somewhere like that. Let me see that again. And maybe that's just a better drawing, man. Let's just hit you with like a. Definitely settling into it being a little bit too extreme on this first one. But you can do that, and that works. I think that works too. I'd even say that this one works. Just noting that it is extreme. Like it's an intense degree of stylization. And if you're aware that you're bending reality to fit your style, it doesn't matter how much you do it as long as you like it. But there's also an argument to be able to not bend reality as much. I like both. Still at it for another like 2 minutes. For another like 2 minutes, yeah. Cool, but that's, I mean, you got quite far there just with invention. I'm happy about that. Feels like progress. Then it's like, can we keep doing that? Who the hell knows? But this one on the right was before I really consulted reference. Cool. Someone wanted the reference document. Are you still here, person who wanted the reference document? Because if not, I definitely won't bother. but if yes, then maybe I would. Yeah. Reveal yourself. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Yes, they're still here. They're on the YouTube, so you guys will think that I'm talking to a ghost. I am not. Here's what we'll do for you guys. And I will post it in both chats. Holy shit. But don't bother, man. It's too late. It's too late. Do you not want the reference document anymore? Do you not care anymore? He has bothered. Yeah, I have bothered. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. I would have broke your heart once. All right, and then we find my stream. And then live. And then this is the live. And can I write in the chat? No. What? Yes, I can. Holy shit. There you go. There you go. And we're going to put it in Twitch chat because why not? Have to download it within 3 days or that expires. Okay. Well, gangsters. Now you have the tools to surpass and defeat me. One of my reference documents. And it's just like a bunch of like faces and shit and like artists that I admire. And then random reference from when I did emotes. It's like the weirdest reference sheet. And it's a couple eagles. So hope you have fun with that. Draw some faces, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for joining the stream. See you in the next one. Until then, have a good one.